Hello, everybody. Adrian Melero once again from Miami Acupuncture Therapy with another episode of Melero's Revolutionary Remedies. And today's episode, we're going to talk about how does Chinese medicine work. Now, many people who are not familiar with Chinese medicine, sometimes when they see all the different little points and things, they wonder what's the mechanism. Many people just assume it activates like the nerves or something like that. Even I assumed that before I started acupuncture school, and I really didn't know. But it doesn't really work that way. The way it really works, it uses its body's own biological energy called qi energy. And the way the whole thing works with the qi energy and the body physically is very mechanical. The traditional Chinese medicine, they see everything in a very mechanical sense. Like, for example, they'll either see person either deficiency or excess. Could be hot or cold. So, for example, if you catch a head cold, you could expel it with certain herbs that have like a hot essence, or vice versa. If you have a fever, there's herbs that could expel the heat. There's yin and yang, dry and damp, superficial, interior, and then there's stagnation of energy, which could impede as far as if you have inflammation locally, whether it's like a joint or just general stagnation of qi, that could affect different things along the meridians. And different things like, for example, dry and damp, if a person's yin deficient, they'll have like symptoms that lend to like dryness, and the water generating mechanism of the body might not be quite as efficient. Or if the person's damp, they'll have a tendency to retain water. There's ankles will have a tendency to be a little more swollen, maybe like thicker legs, fluid retention, thicker tongue will show, with the little teeth marks, etc. And then based on those signs, you select like the acupuncture points or the herbs or whatever modality can manipulate this energy mechanically, and then with that you can resolve it in a more natural way, as opposed to the chemical way, which is more like the contemporary medicine that they're trying to do, like patented medicine. Now, needles, even though it's like the first thing that comes to mind, acupuncture needles, when you think about acupuncture and Chinese medicine, that's only like a small part of all the different things you could do with Chinese medicine. There's more ways to activate all these points than with just needles. You could do it with moxa, which is kind of like heating of the points. You could do it electronically. They could be electronically stimulated. They could be done manually, and even like certain stagnation and certain orthopedic maneuvers and manual therapies can be done manually. And then also, as I explained earlier, herbs, because they have specific mechanism. And basically, in a nutshell, another thing, the body is full of acupuncture points along channels called meridians. Some are in the yin categories, other in the yang categories. And there's some points that, if you're deficient, can help tonify qi and bring the qi up. If you have excess, for example, if you're like really stressed out, you have like too much stress energy or hypertension, and you're like on the other spectrum, there's points that are like release points that kind of help balance that out. There's points that move qi, there's points that move blood stagnation and circulation, and then there's points that calm down the person, or as the Chinese call it, calm the shen down. And there's many different ways to look at it. So if you have any questions or comments about how Chinese medicine works, any thoughts and ideas and comments, just feel free to leave in the comments below. If you don't want to miss out on the good stuff on Melero's Revolutionary Remedies, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss out on the good stuff.